matter. It has a personality of its own. Okay, which is that it's a company. Yes, it acts through individuals, by in this case, through one directors. But the fact of the matter is that in all the engagement, it was important for government to carry out this exercise because clearly, even on page 1 of the letter, MCC former government timeline that by close of 18th October, a certain decision had to be taken.
Okay.
Which is that they ought to execute the implementation plan. Correct? If you've read the letter, it stays clearly in there. Government can know, man, up to Monday, pone conclude the end consultations. What's in the no? We can't wait. You either execute the implementation and continue with the compact, or by midnight, obey issue the obligation letter, which is to say that we terminate one obligations under the
just come with my no.
Yes.
Yes,
can what this best be? What could be?
Akabi. And look who be ntina ye de twere nkrata no koma wo mo no ana say na ye gina ya ba na se hu no say PDS dwumadie no enso ani.
Oh, enche PDS one dwumazide sabiwa meni we yetina he ye ni basis be to conclude on so enua. However, what obligations be are order perform under the concession agreement or a condition precedent to closure. That condition was to the effect that although provide a guarantee.
Yeah.
Originally, it was a payment guarantee from a bank or letters of credit. Based on representations be a Womeki, Aban agreed with the MCC, no, MIDA. And the transaction advisors are MIDA 4.1, International Finance Corporation, and the law firm. Duncan, assist me with the name. Hatton.
Okay,
it's somewhere. Right? That dumb condition precedent lawyer requirement that won't provide bank guarantee has been varied for them to provide an insurance guarantee. As far as I'm concerned, the legal effect of either an insurance bond or a bank guarantee is the same. And see, let the propagandists do their propaganda, but the law is clear.
Okay.
And see, that instrument was delivered.
Which instrument was delivered?
The guarantee, the bank, the insurance bond was delivered through the transaction advisors who vetted and approved it. Of course, it was late. Into ECG went to one due diligence, independent of what the transaction advisors had done. Into what signed off documentation in Nano on 28th of February 2019. They then, ECG said, which is a government agency, said that look, you reserve a right to go back and verify the authenticity or otherwise of documents now submit as security for all obligations under the contract. And see, they made contact with Akut. Akut then comes ultimately to say that look, yen official no signing bond no lacked authorization.
So audit to me so bet me sign and sign money in
remember it's important. But for that, we wouldn't be having this conversation. But for that defective authorization, this conversation will not arise.
Na obi baby say, mami say we ye baba so, yeah, sure. It as we speak. What you mean Sudian pay and say krata year if finance ministry hono PDS sponsor to me akabi.
Oh, just they were not copied in the letter.
Me that's it.
Distribution list mean who PDS?
It's a PDS in him. No, me that's it. Chief Vine, we a press conference if I assassin me who any day. Mo ha pa ne say, you know when a year you may do baby no say umajuma so any beauty a contract in a few months. Or shall say in krata year what you cry letter or the Biako Coma Million Challenge Corporation for a USA. PDS as we speak, you know, or shall be a copy and cow Musa, Bibisa. Mo who saw termination of this contract saying as a political party, I'm more opposition. And I'm a press conference, I'm here. And the Jinaya by SC.
I got to remember that. I'm a free to Mincha. I want to open forward. You must somehow here now. But if I'm only share with studio, man. I got to remember if you baby na ever be do baby my year dream. Na, I need some waba nyumri de mite honorable ne kasaya orkan nara ojitum de enkrata ya obama contraja PDS onye Mida warrior or cheddar what the ECG onye Mida warrior or cheddar was the PDS Shamonsan contracting windimu yefi baby na ya baby
kawasamo man fa bia
ona bompacho
shama ma kawasamo
ona bompacho manenkasa
yeto manga na bedinka na to yakomado na omanga na ne hihye no we hia hen sin bibiara odika sa na Ghana nyiwa anka hen kra yenyiwa yetena wa yekaka dam nsem yakwabna oye no kwasam de demand guarantee or there sabi oba cancer Emma in Shishena PDS already take over ECG. Yen assets oyo mangana. Yeti them ECG assets were 22 billion. Yeda share PDS nsan. Na ehumbe nya there. And one kasa lawyer for wasama worker was a condition precedent. Enkrate na odimu a ochrede. Democrat so your bank guarantee, so your from insurance, so your letters of credit only dimu ima ochrede. PDS who jina nada yedi ECG yedi shanensa. Na se sebia boni biara kotu ECG wabra wekedi PDS the same na. Omangana onu kotinya za ibutum yedi yeri nyinara yedi akwa koshem de yedi ECG yedi ama PDS aza ujina na nemi na democracy na aban ni shishero kodu no drum mi bi o ma yeta ase de due to material breaches ofi kojo opon kroma ho obey dem nti dem dwumadi no ontum nkodo na energy minister he is the first person odu tugwa ma yeta the fraud akodo in fact krate ya honorable Mesa or kanimu nsem ode kirewi o kire de finance minister o troyi krate yara o ka ma yeta ase de hwehwemu a wo hwehwemu no Jacob na okodun mi bia a kutu company na nkasa $350 million guarantee dam na wo hwehwemu wa signing nwa nkasa wo kire de won fi ondum de obotum wa sign dam krate one ishishare no order na di pefe ma what ase de onyimpa ordination share democrat na ase ema PDS wo presented there democrat ya presenti onu no ma yedimu de yebotum ya ye dam ishishare not dam nyimpa na ordination share krates according to akutin onyitum no odotum ordination share democrat na ase na se omangana ejapaja yewo onye PDS onye ECG na onam private sector participation to oba bedi PDS fu wonsem na PDS fu won hihye a wodi guakwema oba ma sebe yensu yehu de wodi mu de yede dem adwumaden be ma won company na o issue dem krate no ma yeta ase de ehwade won issue krate bi a otedam enti no se okaw ana bibiara oba boto a wonye ofrene PDS wonye twaka bia Jacob na oya sama ohawadwe na Ghana yi biara sebi order oye dadwen ode mo sentinyi de ina menyu kase baby mebe fe bia nyimba ya adwen de ECG nhihye wa dan PDS ina ekona sebi ikoto kane akra krate a wodba ma won hu PDS wodo na enyina do a ode PDS odudam pempenra wedun Jacob na ye beta ase de sebi ya onyi kwan bia dodo dudam be modu na odo ha wadwen oto de bien Jacob na PDS no local partners na work on order work on to boa what the boano na wo hwe kwan na Jacob na wo botum we tue sika madam krate otide insa abakan nhwema oba bede gwan order ne tipefe ma yanyante ye de sika wodi tue da mad no kra no ofi ECG ni futum
ye fa de se o maka ni nyina ma na se awie we si say ban say de ofri o de otue o de oto de oye hwan o ye nyanto bio PDS for mon kon ba bi se si wa
Jacob na aban sebi onyenanko not no ase aban ogina ho sentin de Ghana fo nyagidi no wodi Ghana wodi aban nsem yentum yankafa PDS ma momba fa ka onfanto onfa mo aban no na according to one kasa won hihye na won hwehwe ma wodi abatu gwan won ma yeta ase de won yingina do krata ya wodi aban sebi kafra dwiri mu wom senti de important insachasen onyi kwando odu odun insachasen company yenyi dan dun o se da bi aba amede menka ho menyi won yet bi ara oteda na won kuso we take over ECG ni hihye ma wogudo a wo ye deda ma da men hihye ya na odo ye e kawa odo bam local partners no onam sika oba ECG na edwuma ma woda na wo ye nhwehwe mu kire de e kaw abam a wode mi na wo a ECG o ehandi yan to ni sika ni bi wode tuadam kawe enti ye bede ya ka de pam no twa no yi afoto ho nakọ na kwa adam kaw na wa bon wana ne kawa
eti de na wo hwe fi aba
oh really ma ye hwehwe ye de fi aban ho nye de aban no ntum ntina ho nye hwe han a aban na dwumadi onye de Ghana na ye da hye nisem no no hwe no ntu ho anamon obatina hodin imba adult day wakodo wabra ye tua nkrofo kaw do de ho na sabi wototo nzama mo yeye ode mo mani da man hye okodo denti and all the finance minister krate odinkan okọ ma MCC fu wo hu de juma okodo yin be onam de ye pede ye continue with them program inti termination of PDS wa abado wabra PDS na nkasa na wodi ECG ahyensa na onu ndam nyu ketukita ye na Japan onu kasa bia nkro no ho ehihye biara mbato ho de say ya age adwuma na efi usem de ma ban ose de termination ya akodo ya dem kawi ne wa ba abada ho onu danche na dem nyimpa ekuru na ebieni na odo wotena nchen ma ye di hwehwem ye de kodo ma ye hu de ya ye hwehwem ye hu de susu ampara ye di oman ne japadisha won semin sikasam a odo wogigi ma wa banyi wa bokaude won bokaude won huson wonko ya kwabna so ye ka keke de wa ye wie nti aban se de wonko nti ye nya mu wonka na ka aban hu faso nyi de onno do hwe madam hihye okodo
okay
enti asam kese wo
medase no muso na menko dankana mu a executive secretary de Makopek dankan wotie akire ginesi ya bansi ya hye free ebre omo ba ye hu sam kanya na suspension ba se mo fom adwuma to wansa e de beju kwa komane na ko hwehwema fom dwumadi hu ensem na boroboro so ama bedu na sa ban kire se no termination of contract ye no PDS for one aban se watwam se epem ho anka bibia to atwa anamboa
eja mame na wase me share wo na ache na menchia me nua mpanyimfo nso a me se omo wo set etiefo nso e wo fie ehwe enra ye de ye nkrata ebeto montene so na ye call for the arrest and prosecution of mpanyimfo a me se ye DPDS enim ebedada Ghana aban ne mpanyimfo eja se me ne wo kasai ensem ne ya bo me pusa kakra
adetira
because other evidences emanating no ebi anu ehye kakra we did not have the full set of facts as of enra even a we say mishia minua mesa another assistant network. Some of the facts were still not available. Now, the Bokobane say, before PDS in Sembebano, you move the fraying to certain places to give us certain briefing. Say the Akosuni, and so we should be informed, not that Abai Penny Mobi na Pedrim BD and na BB, but certain fundamental breaches have been occasioned. And we had proper briefing. 1 month na yekoya investigation no me said 2 reports better abonting what came from Qatar, what came from the FTI group. 1 condemning PDS, one also suggests that PDS in Yeshe. Eja, may case as a muscle.
Okay.
That is in respect of other things emerging and you wing. We take most of our information from the government side because our bino and sabi why shemu na yenti PDS she na menyi ni se ebia wa fidie wanya PDS fo ibi ama o machre o mo famu me say why ya abomi pusa kakra no ene se ye apefa ebuafa krata bia me say twa ne ho the past 1 hour bi na MCC Millennium Challenge for the Enkrata Ebre Ghana as a state concerning the PDS arrangement. Omon Krata no, they were almost more or less instructing the Ghana government to quash whatever Obekan they say suspension and I say a 2 near there to PDS so. From executing the concessionaire agreement, they were requesting that Ghana government should by 30th of October ensure that you lift whatever suspension or ban on PDS. Exactly. What do the Americans know? Anopay energy, Michelle Minia Mesa, we were still quite mindful, say PDS for no indeed, or my defrauding, according to evidence I hear so far from the side of government. A part even suggests that insurance guarantee now, Omoko eventually produce, they even paid for that insurance guarantee, from ECG collections are almost about $11.5 million. What they buy is more over 65 million cedis. Any educated for that. So we were upset. And Obekaya, many to the extent say are buying 14 days. The entities are PDS in Penufoin na say almost they shouldn't go with whatever benefits they accrued. But to now get back to an MCC letter. Almost to suggest that Ghana government should take steps to regularize PDS again. Heja, are we heading for a judgment debt situation? In fact, midi kai. Almost yeti the other side are buying exactly.
Yenti PDS of Wafa.
Yenti PDS. And I yenti MCC. Yenti or Wafa.
So we can say be ankrata be ba the intensities of that crat and okran yenti me. Okay.
So mesre kakra that we all hasten slowly, both the government side, opposition side, civil society actors. Let me say it's an unfolding development. Eja, say yeti anye year. Say the anye year yedi kai ejina efa ebuafano. Say PDS for no chrono bi omo de aboye bia eka bi omo de aboye bia yenko rekupi yenjeche omo yekra de ama aban na otwe mienu. Say wanjeche omo na esa aban na nkasa kra na onye serious say obe prove to Ghanaians say PDS. But if it is also emerging that there is counterfact on the other side, whatever exists around this whole transaction, if the Americans have information near, almost now on chain, on a sister network, so the signal I pick from some of the PDS partners, and it's almost chain are buying to write to them. Now will be some minimum as I say. Distribution list from the finance ministry, Sabe Yatro to PDS, Ana Mida. None of them was copied the finance minister's memo. This memo was exclusively to MCC. Now, this was also a response to a letter from MCC. Eja, what did the MCC letter indicate?
To warrant such
a response.
Ma membra onya for message na memisa say what yes answer mu ya e ko ni say de be ya krata na finance ministry twere ye no ebinum chesa na nya finance ministry so twere krata no e de kokoma MCC for no MCC ne nkrabata wo Ghana ha no wo na say tumi twere krata no edekokoma wo maso ye kase ewo America mamu wo mo aye kasa asem no eye sanete
mo ya mo no wakadam
ase bisa na mebisa
oh mpedam hu so that you to me answer questioning
ase okay me
you see government of Ghana na onye MCC wo office of Ghana, and in fact letter was copied to Chairman Mida Ghana, Resident Country Director Ghana MCC. Okay. And see, I don't know to what extent that anybody can challenge the authority of state to write to an agency on 1 year engagement, either to their headquarters or to Ghana. As far as I'm concerned, it's the same. Okay. Now, Dama Duncan Keno, I read the letter
exactly
between
the representative of government of Ghana and MCC at the very top.
You are right. You are very right.
Read the letter. It's clear.
The first paragraph.
Based on which are Aban letter and then delivered to MCC. I read the letter now clearly. MCC wants the transaction to proceed.
Exactly.
It's here in black and white. Yeah, I say we requested for time through Monday 21st to enable us complete internal consultations. However, the MCC team indicated that the government of Ghana needed to execute the enclosed implementation letter into brackets principles and action steps to move forward on the Ghana Power Compact. By midnight. Then government responded and said, look, we can't abide by this your demand. Our president has conveyed to your chief executive clearly our position that because of the breach, which as far as we are concerned is material, the transaction cannot proceed in the manner that it is. Yet, thankfully, encore propaganda side no. Look at the chronology. Look here, Duncan. I can concede the ABR. People may have legitimate questions and issues on the transaction.
Like I have raised.
Technical, financial, whatever. Where is the corruption? Where? On the part of the Akufo-Addo government. Where? Such that even as of last week Thursday, less than 1 week ago, our friends on the other side claimed that when intercept letter BR, Aban is engaging. What are you talking about? I'm exposing your inconsistency. I'm not diverting.
They told the
people of Ghana that Nana Danko Akufo-Addo Naban is engaged in state capture. They are selling the state assets to cronies, family and friends. That was their narrative. Is it factual? Do the fact on the ground bear that allegation out? Today, they've changed their story. Today, only today. You guys
are higher level between Ghana buying and MCC penny for ebia PDS for no ebia o madwuma no kra no on betumi atoa so o kan chechema de man no san na pa kira.
Yes,
okay, but the person betumi atoa so de me manusia no wayi ma no se san etie de a ene na krata yi a ya san twere e de kokoma MCC fo yi no na emma enko kobasa de yi on betumi atoa so ye kura san twere nkata koma ho se adwuma no kwa ya terminate na no which is which.
Ultimately, who takes the decision?
Aban.
Fantastic. And question is, Aban decision that we take no, is it grounded in law?
Say a terminated contract.
Yes. Is it grounded in law? If it is, the Americans may have a different view. Or no, say Ghana Aban feel there. Okay. Yes, America for one position that we take no, we can work with her. Fine. If the government is of the position that, look, as far as we are concerned, they have breached the agreement which requires them to provide an effective guarantee as of a certain date. That date has lapsed. The guarantee is not in place. So I'm not prepared to proceed with the transaction. Yet people are going around saying that government is corrupt. That's what I don't understand.
Chief Bani, me pamucho bibre.
Katashi boy, and they are general secretary.
Me pacho. Ya share for na share ne pen bibia tie efide ka nyina mu. Enti se sia no MCC for ensa kakra ta ifia ban ho. Say dwumedia ni PDS for die no. Ya je fi omusem. Wo so say asatena no nim say bia PDS for omusa tumi akakra ta ni bia na say wo musa enkan.
Muni be mama explain or your process on your event. In any event, say was serve PDS full notice of termination crap up. It will go through a process before they disengage finally. Sunday, before the handover, there was a process. Was signed a contract? No, there was a process. You go through. All the disengagement processes will have to be taken on board, which are all provided for in the agreement. And Sana, Mama Kennedy, this notification to MCC was a sine qua non. It was important because Oya will fund a part of the transaction and a part financing from the private sector participant, which in this case is PDS. So if your intent, having reviewed all the documentation, is to terminate her, it is only proper that you engage the MCC and notify them that this is your intent.
PDS if we is it a contract between the Ghana government and the PDS, and I say between the MCC and the PDS?
Or Ghana government, no, PDS.
But I say it is a Ghana government and the PDS for and a contract in Muntemua. Nasa, I don't know your mom, the men in so I don't know your mamma now. I didn't have a cratan come out. We are doing mamma. Young mammy briefly enough in Macram so Bamubi. I didn't sequence in cratan back of Monso.
ECG PSP is the outcome of a process which started with Ghana signing on to the Millennium Compact too.
Exactly.
Okay, there. Yeah. Efficiency be about electricity distribution operations. How you go about it in the Bay concession? American football support with funding to achieve that objective. And see, the process involves the Millennium Challenge Corporation. And I'm saying there, if government will indicate the outcome now, signing or your concession agreement or terminator, it is only appropriate that MCC, which is funding the entire program, is informed.
But not the only pie and
what process or your process. So if this engagement is concluded, you can't trigger a termination without a notice.
Okay. Mati, Chivani, would see any church more, dear Maya? Let's say, woman, I'm not super pepe, almost shut down ye be a say, Abana Yakatasumu Masu, our baby, and it's a pemoir.
You see, when you raise issues, be now, I respond, but my meaning can you with an anana. Honoraka source is a process. Time Aban or suspected the PDS, then crate or that ban undimu. The minty what the PDS to holding. Aban and church or crate my PDS. You ready? I saw a copy, meaning say Hubia, meaning honor Hubia. Chabana can there or MCC now when you want sharing that is the process into no PDS money. Oh, you see, Yendi Yahono Kakra.
I want to ask yes the more.
Yendi Yahono Kakra. It be a question directed there. ECG and now Menyo Kasi Ninku Kunkakana was also a PDS. Government of Ghana ni interest of woman in the Sebia. ECG no nye nanko no jina no ye Ghana bani ye Japati. Government of Ghana o di mampa America. One my yata asede. PDS no nyidi juma nangasan. PDS ni nkrate o di be ni dream wom. Jacob na me na mgaya na se abanu tumu baka kire hene PDS no nyine ye nhihye no ne enkrate ya odreba a ne hwehwemu a waye no oda na di pefe the company a wo issue krate wase enwo wani PDS nye nhihye bi otedam Jacob na se dam kasa no obotugwa na woti bia se bi nentase onyidan na chere ma ban pede yet asenye de se obotu mu terminate PDS ni dwumedi na chere PDS na regina e ogina ya ECG sheni se mo robo hu dwuma no kran onyi gina do bia de order damade no oba and you find people in government that will be saying there eba bona abanaye and I met there ejapa mesanara ro kan de ECG na wo tro krate ECG na wo ye hwem no hu tabana and also the one for you man to on what way na se meda onyi ofren na PDS or the wotum wo ye hwem no wo hu de dwumadi na wonyi ni din osafata nkrate odaban odimu na ho wontum aye da modwuma na ono do onya aban modwunu wa mutase enyi mo hia na japa mesa wankan de nhwema wa bedegwa ochede secretary a wodi be na onyi ngina do na yedi ECG na japade yeda hye wonsem wedam 22 billion na guarantee so order wo ye ho adwuman local partners in ECG nara na to a wajigen na wo fado wodi ye adwuman I was thinking na wo baka don tendam abana ye ni hwehwem abana abaka da dabi eka obi enyi ho da minti ye nyina do bia de ye bakasa Ghana ye hwirade hu ankasa o manishe wonse mo da wo ye ntotoe hu ankasa na wo bɔ amane na asama me nua dan kan rekade ensem bi orupue krata bi a wo tete sebi ahun wo dwumadi a wo digin I don't think there ye hwe ya yensusun bi there asama abano so aka kire hen kra no ma ye di kirin ma ye nyim na sebi yense sifom sande PDS why ye dream na dem adult today abano ka kire iba dream no so sandamaden I don't want to believe there oh yeah sebi koni pay information na ye nua dan kan odi to ho no feed onu baby ogina nti ye hasting slowly ni ye hwen I don't want to believe the asamna aban all my yetase the sebita frache won wo terminate because chichen na nkata ya wodi ben omon US a woni wodi dwuma na insist there PDS won kodo no nye dwuma
I know yes
thank you wetin I say I don't want to believe but stick to the issues that aban Ghana government to the finance minister ono ankasa na nsa shekrate ya ase no da babo tugwa nakobna na se finance minister ono wo fi so asa baba ka kiro de dwumadi na mida between ono na PDS MCC programming okodi dream na katase shabem the minti krate ya wodibo tugwan finance minister say government delegation wasuma friend ambassador ambassador to hu anamon yere Ambrose there is wo say chiri onyini team wo kra no information a won sa kan ye there company ni kra wo tro kra 10 bondi dem dwuma sam no so send them
let's say wo bu fam no to mu
na meba
na ma wanu sina fe
based on that abano say PDS onyinjina dodo tum oye dwuma na ejapa mesa bisa asem bi de enkrofo se katasehye ofrihi I don't think no bedo ka chem de mida oye UTV I don't think them no pedoka secondly minjinji de opedo mayeta ase de se ye di Ghana to ye di tua empanyinfo a abani a otudi ono na odo hwe ma bibia koyi na ode wotum wo ye due diligence a contragen ne hihye no trede conditions ikro dey meet and sana ejapadin
ye dey ahye na we meet
na we meet na we dey ejapadin na ahye wonsa monday yen sesi foma dan nanyi mapapon na pa no botum di ni sesi ni bo na waka chemi de the major today odi ebonsem ye dem aban
wo chire mo na mo ye hwemu fa sansem ye ho wotie onanyamfo mesansam a wo kan ye efa nkrata akuduru MCC for no ho ene me say the obokrata ba kubi kra I think daily guide the assembly by na ka be say me hwe na ka yetumi e kan wasam kakra san say o de me hwe na yetumi de ho nkomo wotie nsɛm a ɔno ka ne kyekye mo ɔde mai nkata bebi akokoduro ɛne bebi ɛkɔba no a wogye sɛ PDS fo bɛkɔ so ayom adwuma no ɛda so hyɛ ɔmo nsa ɔmo yɛ na sese no ɔmo konkon hɔ
you see Jacob no yen take steps and I into anamon so that ɔman no ɛnkɔbɔkaw ye take them steps no what I'm expecting and is the authorities would at all times protect all of us.
Interest of the state.
The interest of every Ghanaian in this whole concession agreement. In protecting all of us, Jacobina, what is materially important at this point? And either side of the two, no, the axe must fall somewhere. Say, no quarry, Trudeau. From what we know with government, say the PDS concessionary partners, no, concessionaire partners, no, there were things they should have done, and almost misrepresented facts to the government in order to secure the concession arrangement. There was it ECG Bema one. If there was misrepresentation on the part of the PDS concession partners, the local partners, LPs. We should take steps to arrest and prosecute them.
Who say bibi wo ma anko yenti a ogidi say should there be any arrest and prosecution? Said be I will say if ba wo mu no who say bibi ko so mo say etumi e make arrest and prosecution. Who say
eja say ye kasa ending. There should be three sides to the issue. But government is certain in its mind over Orak and Oforiata ne statement and a memo now. Government is certain they or terminate. Government will not terminate without any proper legal basis. So young grant is that government terminate because government or the national say PDS local partners no omo di bonibi. Say omo di bonibi na ejakwabna indeed eka akobemu like one of which mabot dada say insurance guarantee be a omo ko sign here with our court some $12.5 million was omutua no they ended up using ECG collections what good and what the kotua what they no cost the more is over 65 million Ghana cedis. If all the facts as we have it, who hold the BBR constant in economics, you call it ceteris paribus, all things being equal. If all things are constant and PDS came through fraud, the words that were used by the Energy Ministry and the Information Ministers respectively, no. If PDS procured by fraud, termination alone for us is not enough.
Yes.
Say meton kabi. Neja wabreme check bi based on trust and medema na me koye na si check now the account no crash ni mu a we defraud me. The law takes a serious view of fraud. So holding the government side constant no say PDS for na dibonia termination is the first step, but we will want to see further action. Say omo di ani mu be frontier yeah, the asset $4 billion. Yeah, they are to a concession arrangement. So, hoping that we will get local partners. Almost somebody be $500 million over the next 5 years. Ebeka MCC compacts na yes I know. So that together ECG could have been expected to get about $1 billion fresh capital injection anameboa. Na eja yeah the ECG move before 500 million. Eja would need say sikano. Now we catch me so partners be baby that me na me de mawa. Eja sebe you've gone against the state of Ghana. And so certain legal reliefs now accrues to Ghana. One side. The next side, because of other information I am also treading cautiously. Young granted said they are buying a car about PDS. Bosremu Asem. And are buying it to PDS as well. Now, what becomes of reliefs now available to PDS? ABR was submitted BBR bank guarantees, insurance guarantees. ABR Obi na MP obi asem and obi enimu nye obi fe. I'm saying so advisedly, Eja, because on one side, no, yafa government di nyina say e no kre. Enti yemfa no say PDS nso nye hwe.
PDS for crutches so munye bibia.
Exactly. Offer 2 reports, no. FTI report and the delegation they call Kata, no. They conflict.
Delegation kwa kata ne say PDS for eyo modwuma yi ana so manye ne yi.
FTI say PDS nye hwe. Enye bone.
Na delegation
Kata ne the NSA PDS has misrepresented our Kut, our Nuri has no basis in law to issue that insurance the 2 reports conflict.
Na say me to asi ya na say
no creepy baby.
The Kata de no aban na musifo a.
Ye de omko ye.
Aban na musifo mo kon hwehwe mu no. Enkra mo de bre ye ne say na say na me bi sheda nko yi.
Exactly.
Enti wo mo de na me be ko me kwabra bia me mefa.
Exactly. Eja enti de me kan ye nie. Yen fa ne say Kata for de no. Before mo ko Kata no. The briefing we had was that from government.
Okay.
The briefing we had was that any people 82 anamon eba oman yi mu ebe ye omo ho se miracle executive chairman.
Okay.
Eja those were emphatic. Ebe to say obi abase ono na Bill Gates. Right? Ebi on Bill Gates kakra and whatever. Ghanaian delegation bear 2 or 3 persons echo back to Manila. Yeah, they almost copy executive chairman for Miracle office. So the confidence was that they are dealing with the chairman.
Okay.
Apparently, that was misrepresentation. Apparently, from what we gathered earlier. And Mefan said what the government had said to all of us, no, a sacrosanct. There is no it's Bosremuka asem or cemetery na there's no lie, there's no factual inconsistency or accuracy. You find the government the any no correct. Then it means that PDS has looked 30 million people in the face. And a dream. Yabe boy chrono. You find to say the government side in so cano say inconsistencies wo mu. Enti PDS for no a certain defense in law. Because they are binding to almost no cry omonye. Into the midi can say a certain communication from MCC to government AP numere said the Americans who instigated this whole MCC compact. The Americans sub PDS concession, ECG, Emma, a private player to manage, was at the insistence of the MCCO. Almost say mo energy sector no e kana e free hoba no e doso yen hwe a private person or partner right obetimi asomu e kana e ma aban so nti aban budget a obeye no you would not longer have to put money aside to be paying debts. And the MCC insistence.
Woman, the push me exactly. Okay. That can be a brain. It's my memory honorable. So, Kakramisa say a show committee here, Quaman on the equation mobile. And they are buying Casashi more while you're Maymo. I mean, say, when we say Yaquaman and Yaquabi, so internally, no, Yansu, Yashu was an social crata on the young for Canufurata tray and one, or can I say MCC for the Cassia Bibino, on particular date, you know, Yansu, one channel, yet ye fie and some internal investigations me hwe sanya make kwasan yana and said the report about bonte abahwe mo ye wo fie ene abahwe mo koye wo katane ama no ne ahodo ne me ahodo a waye ni nyina no ye kan nyina bomu a bibi koso a ehu hia se eye nyina so a enu ti no e se tumi terminate PDS for it. There's a social PDS for almost say omanya hwe.
You see, issues you know are very, very simple. Except that yen political inti na izinum boy PDS looters, corruption, state capture,
fraud,
phraseology. Yepede ya de ya de batan some no more you on internet able pay. All these things are happening. Two things. Agreement no or require PDS to do a certain act on a certain date. Which is that although provide a valid guarantee. Now, on the day they produced a guarantee, the guarantee has turned out to be invalid. Have they made the condition? Have they made a condition?
They haven't.
They haven't.
Oh no, but that is on the side of government.
Absolutely. Now. So
exactly.
Strict law. What I hear the Americans to be saying through FTI investigation is that PDS itself did not err. They didn't play any part in the invalidity.
I hear for that he played that part, you know.
Akut.
Al-Nuri.
Akut says that yes, this guarantee was issued from our office.
But the one who signed
it had no authority.
No authority.
But Akut has also said that one capacity.
And that
is important.
Indeed.
It's important.
We as a company Nankasampo, yenye product line
fantastic.
Correct. Necessary. Akut for no crano. Special ice in soya. I say a pobia mani de nitia bebesosi. Special omu and I said decided so there's no conflict. There's no difficulty at all. So Americans no to interpret the contract no or the act of PDS and our PDS one actions. But the fact of the matter is on the day of closure, was there a valid guarantee? Okay. It is a PDS for because of Majuma and so many Majuma.
Oh, that
termination, Juma say, no Ghana for you know who say PDS for no money, a Juma BIA Buana.
Oh, that Makeno, notice have gone to MCC. I'm sure that all the consultations are being done and appropriately notice will be served PDS. Disengagement because look,
that's a Majuma.
Yes, well, in check. PDS contract no was suspend.
Okay.
The concession agreement is under suspension. But because operationally, ECG doesn't have the capacity to continue with their work, no, they engage PDS to stand in and do it until the final decision is taken. But in all of this, what is the corruption on the part of government?
It is on record. There, Sebi, PDS and Sensemi obey our working. Onyo biara na offorce sebia iragabio ochire
prudent government
the unkantre hende PDS one chairman ni neba na onyine bedi nkomoda asam ne ben onke bi man mo onu keche na onye mu
let us say
on akasa no keche metro TV
okay
it is a wakoka no bi so wo social media no ka
e dey no party who send Gabi
say jiri mu bia
Gabi na kasa no operate
boba ne emfasia yɛbɛka ne agya bi ɛsan sɛ enkrata bi a owura dankana mo ɛka wasɛm sɛ afe na ɛba no sɛ bɛba sɛ ma yɛnim enkrata yi a ɛwɔ ha no owura ononyafo mɛsa kyerɛ sɛ akwakoduru America fo no MCC fo hɔ na mmom no ɛnya de a akɔ PDS fo ne nkyɛn ama osaka bi ebi ɔkyerɛ na bɛkɔ a yɛnim ara enti no yɛso yɛbɛhome so wɔ ha na yɛatwɛn abiripa mu no sɛ enkrata no ho nsɛm ba bɔnten a yɛbɛgye brɛ na bɛkenkan ɛsan sɛ asɛm no de yɛse ɛbobɔba ɛbɛbɛto abobora no sɛ santan ɔnabo mɛsamɛda wase no nyamfo ɔnabo mɛsamɛda wase chiban mɛda wase dan kana mo nso mɛda wase medin ɛde agya kwabena me ne kwabra twibu asako na de kasɛbɔ no ɛbrɛ mu abɔfo bɔ nso ɛda ɔmo ase yɛbɛtwɛn ne ahome so ne bɛka ne agya bi hɔ ya no mɔkyene bɛba abɛbɛto sɛ ɛyɛ asɛm nyada mo nyina sɛ ɛma mo de hwɛ ɛne de yie ɛda mo ase